think you've seen it. I don't even know what I'm going to name the title of this video. This video was supposed to be a review of Super Showdown. And I feel like it's just going to turn into a rant about Goldberg versus The Fiend. And some of you might not agree. Some might agree. Honestly, I really do not care what anyone disagrees with in this video, because I'm going to say my point and I need to get it out. Yeah, I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for anything else other than I need to express myself. I was watching Super Showdown on my own and I need to vent, and there's some loyal supporters out there who want to talk to me in the comment section. But yeah, let's get into it. You know what? Let's not run through Super Showdown. What we're going to do is we're going to go through pretty much the two matches. I just don't know what's going on. What is going on with the booking? I hate talking about the inside of the business, but seriously, we had that tournament for that stupid trophy. You all see how it goes, so I'd have to explain that. We know that it ended up being Undertaker versus AJ Styles. Let that sink in for a minute, what I just said to you. Undertaker versus AJ Styles. Yeah? Undertaker, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Everyone's top 10. Yeah? AJ Styles, one of the greatest modern day wrestlers of all time. One of the best wrestlers in the world at this current moment. One of the best. Trust me, when AJ Styles appeared at Royal Rumble and made his debut, he was sought after for years by WWE. He had his chance there, he didn't do good, he went away, he became the biggest name outside of the WWE. Anyone I knew who didn't even watch TNA only knew the name AJ Styles. And then he gets in the ring, and you'll see on my reaction that I said, turn around AJ, you're going to walk into a chokeslam, and he did. He walked into a terrible chokeslam. And then it was over. Now, I know we always joke about Undertaker's entrance, but his entrance was way longer. Brock and Ricochet's vignette was longer than the match. The match was about 40 seconds at most, probably not even that. I didn't even hear the bell ring, that's how bad it was. Undertaker pinned AJ Styles after a terrible chokeslam, and he still had his hat and coat on. And then he just walks past the trophy and then it's over. AJ Styles buried. Now, people have been in my comment section already. I already know I'm not stupid. Please do not comment to me like I'm stupid. I'm aware of certain things. And I could see, as soon as that happened, and I seen the look he was giving AJ Styles, and I've heard AJ over the past few weeks, he keeps saying he can beat any wrestler from any decade, any era of wrestling. So you knew that anyone who challenges AJ, who's from one of them era, they're going to end up fighting. Yeah? So this is going to be a build for WrestleMania. Undertaker versus AJ Styles. My problem is who wants to see that now? Seriously, guys, who wants to see that now? High-flying, fast-paced, strong AJ, agile. And the same goes for Undertaker and plaudits. The difference is Undertaker can't do it like that anymore. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the guy. You know what I mean? Age shouldn't come into it. But when you can physically see, and you've been seeing it for the last few years, that last Saudi Arabia show should have proven to everyone that, like, listen, you're a legend, cemented. Let's just leave it now. Don't get me wrong, the nostalgia hit me. When I heard the entrance music, I was gone. I was like, oh, unbelievable. Taker. When I seen what happened, it hit me very quick that the nostalgia doesn't matter anymore. You just buried one of the best wrestlers of all time. Now, I don't know how many, my subscribers are, they're pretty equal on the age range I've got. So I've got some people who wouldn't have seen the first 20 years of Undertaker's career, has only seen the last part. So it won't be any different to you. But for the people around my age, I'm 30 years old, I've just turned 30. So you would have grown up at the time. Yeah, you've started from the 90s Undertaker all the way up. You've done American Badass and Returning Major. You've done all the Undertakers, yeah. And this geezer's one of the greatest athletes of all time, especially for a big man. He could do way more than we actually seen him do, but obviously he was playing into a character, yeah. This, you just don't want anything to tarnish one's legacy, but this was disgusting. Do you know what I mean? I think you blame the booking on this one, because as much as the chokeslam was terrible, if it's booked to finish that quick, that's how it finishes. So not much I can do about it. I don't know. This, let's just leave that one, because I thought when I seen that, I knew I was going to make a video that was going to be the worst thing of the night I spoke about. Everyone else deserves their plaudits. Let me get that out. You know what? I will review the whole thing very quickly. I can't even remember the first match we had. It was a tag team match. The tag team match was good. New Day lost their titles. Didn't really agree with that, but they lost it to worthy opponents. I didn't like the finish, even though it was cool with the way they cheated John Morrison with the chair. It didn't look right. It was a bit slow, and Miz grabbed the title. So that's fine. Yeah. We had the Raw Tag Team Championship match. It was a great match. It was Street Profits versus Murphy and One Glove Seth, the Messiah. I loved it. It was a great match. Yeah. Not incredible, but it was a great match. So there were the two tag team matches out of the way. We had Humberto Carrillo versus Garza. Great match. It was one of those matches that the in-ring stuff's so great, but the thing with that caliber of wrestler, no one seems to care about the storyline as much. I liked it. It was a great match. They're amazing. Obviously, the match I just spoke about, AJ Styles. It was a tournament to start off with, and R-Truth carried himself through all of it, and I thought he was going to pick up the victory, which I would have loved. He didn't pick up the victory, so yeah, that's what happened there. And then obviously Taker wins and doesn't even want the trophy. That's pointless. Special shout out to the women's match. I don't want to rant about the country of Saudi Arabia and their policies and stuff, because I'm just bored of it now. We're all aware of it. I don't watch it supporting them. I watch it supporting the ladies wrestlers, because as much as they get put through that, if none of us watch it, then they just get put through it for no reason. But it's very weird seeing them wrestle in long t-shirts. It's, you know what I mean? But Naomi and Bayley actually put on a great match, and I was actually hooked into the match. Bayley picked up the victory there. Fine. We had this Mansoor versus Dolph Ziggler. It's very pointless. If we're going to turn up at Super Showdown every year, or Crown Jewel, and Mansoor's just going to win because he's from the country, I'm not watching it anymore. That was the most disengaged I was. It's very pointless. He's over in his own country. It gets very predictable if it's every year. My thing is, I'm from England, and obviously I'm biased, and I want us to have a massive pay-per-view here at WrestleMania or SummerSlam. I think we deserve it. We're one of the sets of greatest fans on the planet, and that's not me being biased. That's the truth. You ask the WWE superstars, they'll tell you the same thing, and that's what I'm hoping one day when Pete Dunne gets to the main roster and wins the WWE title, we'll get one of those in England. But Super Showdown's been in Australia already, and it's been in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and it's been in the other place, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So clearly it's not based just for that. Why can't they bring that to England? Bring this same pay-per-view what we've had today to England. Anyway, that rant's over. I don't want to see Mansoor again unless he's just going to wrestle properly. I don't want to see him wrestle at Super Showdown anymore, because we know what's going to happen. I don't care about you pleasing the fans. It's pointless. They're happy anyway. Out of the way, that match. Brock Lesnar and Ricochet. Yeah, I got a smile on my face because that match that match went exactly how I wanted it to go, and how I expected it to go. And people won't agree because they don't like the fact that Brock Lesnar's part-time and blah, blah, blah. But just on this basis, and please take this in and you'll understand what I'm saying, for kayfabe, which doesn't seem to be around anymore because everyone knows too much and there's all these rumours, but for kayfabe purposes, Brock Lesnar is the only person who sticks to kayfabe still. We don't see anything of Brock Lesnar on social media. He doesn't really like being around anywhere. We don't know much about what's going on in his personal life apart from that he shoots deers. So, and we know that he's a real life killer. He is a real life killer in the ring. This geezer's UFC champions, NCAA, WWE. He's had everything. So the fact that he destroyed Kofi Kingston in 8 seconds, I think Ricochet done alright to get through like a minute and a half or whatever it was. You get me? He got 3 suplexes and an F5. Oi, brilliant. That was supposed to happen. Okay, and then we got... you lot have to comment if I missed any matches out. I probably have, but to be honest, if I miss matches out, it's because my mind's gone. We had Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin in a cage match. Didn't need a cage. I think cage should be left for a prestigious type of match. And to be honest, I think everyone's in agreement. Like, we just wanted this match to get out of the way so they can stop feuding with each other because it's dragged on too long. But I didn't mind the whole feud. I just think it went on a bit long. It was a bit more popular, a lot more popular than I thought it would be on SmackDown. With all the dog food angle and Usos coming back, I like that. But yeah, we're just happy that's over. So shout out to both men. They put in what they could in the match, but I don't think that kind of match was built for them to. Like I said in the video, I'd rather it been a Hell in a Cell where there's a bit more space and you could do more. You can get speared through a cell or whatever. That match to decide. I think I covered every match. If I haven't, then I'm sorry. There was a match in a kickoff show with the tag team, the OC versus Viking Raiders. No one gives a damn about that, so whatever. Yeah. This match was the match that, like, when it got announced, I thought it was stupid. And it was like, when it comes to the Saudi Arabia matches, you can already see that it's a money grab kind of thing. Like, we're going to bring back Undertaker or Goldberg every year to make money, and they brought them both back. And watch any of my videos, watch my reactions to other videos tonight, to other matches, and watch what I said in the match. I knew how it was going to go, but I assumed that it would start like that with a few spears, a jackhammer, he'd run into Mandible Claw, it'll be over. What followed was one of the most shocking things I've ever seen in the last, I don't even know. I don't think I've been this disappointed in a finish for a while. You remember when everyone was disappointed about the Hell in a Cell with Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt? This was worse than that. This was way worse than that. Like, we'll speak about Bray Wyatt for a minute. The original Bray Wyatt from the Wyatt family, to me, was incredible. And at the time, was the best I've seen on the mic. It was the most intriguing character. Don't get me wrong, there's a few parts where he got a bit silly with, like, mainly that WrestleMania match, the House of Horrors stupid thing with the maggots on the floor. And that was silly. But for the biggest part, if you don't believe me, go back and watch on YouTube. It was a great character, and the Wyatt family was great. And WWE seemed to do their best to bury the Wyatt family, which was probably one of the greatest factions of all time. And then Bray gets buried. And then he reinvents himself and plants seeds from years ago for this character. This character comes around and he beats Finn Balor. He beats Seth Rollins. He beats Daniel Bryan. These are all top guys in our business at this current time. The 53-year-old comes to SmackDown and they make this match. And I could not have seen that 4 spears and the jackhammer would beat the Fiend. I just can't. You know, these things happen, but I just cannot believe the sorcery on this rubbish. I can't. I don't think people understand what this means, like. And you might not understand because everyone's going to be like, oh, I'm still sticking with Bray. Trust me, I'm a Bray fan. This is why I'm mad. None of what I'm saying is against Bray. Yeah? But after Daniel Bryan, I assumed he would go on to Roman Reigns or Randy Orton. Now I get Randy Orton's in the what's happening with Randy Orton at the moment is brilliant, and Roman was in a feud with Baron Corbin still, so that's fine. But I only based that on the fact that people who had a problem with him before, and Randy Orton had the biggest problem with him. Roman Reigns had a problem with him when he was like mocking Roman Reigns' daughter and stuff like that. So I thought that would have been a great move to go on from there. Maybe Braun Strowman. But I couldn't believe that he lost the Universal title. What was the point of... Was it the last Crown Jewel in October on Halloween? What was the point in the Fiend beating Seth Rollins if that's the case? Goldberg's title reigns are boring. No one cares about them. No, like, everyone who popped and cheered for Goldberg winning that title today, I promise you tomorrow, you'll realise that why is he the champion? I'll tell you why he's the champion, because at WrestleMania, they'll have Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. They're just going to have a spear off, aren't they? And see who can spear each other the most. And for all the young talent we have, and there is so much young talent, great up-and-coming talent, they can't keep feeding the talent we have to, like, the legends just because of nostalgia, because nostalgia doesn't last very long. It's like tonight, the nostalgia for Undertaker lasted until he got to the ring, and then when I realised that he was going to beat AJ, I was like, damn, that wasn't worth the entrance. And the nostalgia for Goldberg isn't there for me. Like, the nostalgia what I've got for Goldberg is a few things from WCW when I was about 8 years old, and his entrance music and his entrance. Because when he came to WWE, he beat The Rock. The Rock was my favourite wrestler at the time. I was about 12, so I was so into it that I was just disgusted that he beat The Rock. And like, he's one of the people I always see not as a WWE guy, without being disrespectful. There's a few of them, but I just see him as a WCW guy. When you like Sting's a WCW guy. He's a legend, but he's a WCW guy. And I just don't like the fact that we've just fed our greatest wrestler at this point, and not just in the ring. Like, wrestling's an overall package, it's entertainment. So at the moment, Bray Wyatt is our greatest wrestler, and you just fed him to 53-year-old Goldberg with the dead jackhammer and the dead spears, and he's part time as well. But at least Brock's believable that he's doing this box office thing. He has Paul Heyman to talk for him. Goldberg's gonna come, not be too into it. Is he gonna turn up on SmackDown every week or every couple of weeks and wrestle? No, we're gonna see him just at pay-per-views, and I'm guessing he's gonna lose that title at WrestleMania. Now I don't want to be the party pooper here, but if anyone remembers WrestleMania 33, isn't this the same thing what happened? Around this time, in the WrestleMania 33, we had Fastlane match. Well, first we had Goldberg beating Brock, squashing him. Then we had a Fastlane match. No, I think he threw Brock out the Royal Rumble or something, I can't remember. But he squashed Kevin Owens at Fastlane. The match would have been like 10 seconds if Kevin Owens didn't walk around the ring for ages. He squashed Kevin Owens, took his title off him, got to WrestleMania, lost to Brock. This year, he squashed the Fiend, and he's going to take the title to WrestleMania and lose to Roman Reigns. It's very pointless. It's very back and forth. I don't know if his contract ends at WrestleMania and he wants to end on a high, but listen, we've had bigger and greater wrestlers than Goldberg not be able to finish how they won at WrestleMania, or just finish at WrestleMania. I mean, look how Kurt Angle finished his career, finished against Baron Corbin, but at least Baron Corbin was someone on the roster. At least he got heat for it. For no one wanted to beat Angle, so when he did, who's the biggest heel in the company at the moment? It's Baron Corbin, whether you like it or not. And don't come in my comment section saying I don't like him. The fact that you don't like him is making him the biggest heel, because he's annoying as a person, it seems, but he's annoying on screen, and that's what his job is to do. I don't see how we're going to go from here. I'm expecting, like I just said, Roman Reigns and Goldberg at WrestleMania. I'm expecting John Cena to turn up on SmackDown tomorrow, and when he comes and whatever speak, John's great in the ring to talk, and he's going to talk. He's going to interrupted by the Fiend, and he's going to set up a match between John Cena and the Fiend at WrestleMania. The difference is there's no title involved, and if you think about it properly, John Cena's tied with Ric Flair on titles, so it would have made sense that the Fiend kept the title. Then we don't know what's going to happen. Will the Fiend lose his title? Will John Cena beat Ric Flair's record? Imagine, just think of the story behind it. But no, instead we get stuff that don't make no damn sense. So well done for ruining weeks and months and nearly a year of greatness. And I'm still behind the Fiend. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm going to put my head down when the Firefly Funhouse music goes off tomorrow. I'm still going to be happy. I just feel bad for him. Unless this was all his idea, and then in that case, he's a smarter man than I am, but I don't think it was. I think... if you were going to do this squashing thing, you should have just used Brock Lesnar against The Fiend, honestly, because Brock Lesnar still moves like he's 20. Goldberg, I seen that jackhammer coming, and I seen the weight, thinking, can I lift him up? And he used to just hold you there vertically, and now it's just like over and quick, and it's just a shambles, man. Honestly, guys, comment below, please. I want to have a chat with you. Let me know if I'm just losing my mind. Put my mind at rest. I'm guessing that when I see it, though, you lot feel exactly the same way I do. Also want to know, guys, if you want the talk I'm having now, if you'd like me to do this on a live stream in the future. And then because I want to add more to the channel. I don't just want to do reactions, because then I'm waiting for Raw and SmackDown to come across. I'd rather do some in-depth talk. We can do fantasy bookings together. I'll give one of you guys the opportunity to put your view across. Pick out maybe a few subscribers on the live stream, and you do a booking, I do a booking. We have another subscriber doing a booking. We'll have a little chart going on. Yeah, Anyway, I've been your boy Hugo the Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. It's a long video, so hopefully you watch it to the end. But yeah, I got it off my chest.